Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special interview with my man Luke, but I don't want to give it all away, bro. I'll have you introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Luke White. I am an incoming freshman in college. I'm playing football at Hardin-Simmons University this fall, and I start fall camp this coming Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Luke. So I know we've been working together a long time now, 8 months. So the vast majority of this offseason, bro. But talk to me a little bit about how things were going before we started working together, like how your athleticism was, how your recruitment was going up. Just tell me a big kind of how it's been in general when we started.
Yeah, so when I first started talking to Jacob about training with him, I had actually just broken my hand during football on senior night, and I was kind of in a low state of mind just because I was down on myself about an injury, but then I also was just really worn down. My body was really worn down from the football season. I probably didn't train how I should have during the season. I had lost a little weight, so I just didn't feel great about myself. I felt pretty sluggish, pretty weak. And so, yeah.
I got you, bro. Gotcha. Now talk to me a little bit about what you ended up like trying for your training, both like in that off season before we started working together, and then a little bit of like what you're doing in season two.
Yeah. Well, honestly, during the summer leading up to my senior year of football, I was really just doing my own training split. I had it in my notes app and was just doing really whatever felt good and whatever I felt like I was like getting results from.
Yeah,
And so really not a ton of structure, and that probably was not great. And
yeah,
then during the season, it was definitely hard to lift in season, like without any kind of structure. I mean,
for
we'd have
sure.
team lifts, but they weren't very great. And so I'd go in there on evenings or during the evenings some nights, and really just do what felt good. Definitely not the right approach, and I don't think I made any progress. And if anything, it probably hurt me more than it benefited me. Just doing things I probably shouldn't have been doing, like in season, just lifting really heavy, high reps, so a lot of volume.
Yeah, we know how it is a little bit with that in season training with high school football. Not always the best, but of course that's why we hopped in a little bit with this. But before we started talking, what was like your perspective on like Instagram and from what you'd seen from me on social media that made you interested in this entire thing?
Yeah, well, what really stuck out to me was your story. I mean, you came from a small school, um, and you were really the guy at that school, but you took a gamble on yourself and decided to go play at IMG. And then also, you just seemed like your Instagram page had a ton of just info that was really, really good. And you seemed like a very knowledgeable guy who knew what he was talking about and who was really bought in into the program. And so I felt like you'd definitely be a great guy to work with, and you're definitely a great encouragement.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad you could see that just from what you saw from the outside, man.
Yeah.
But I know hopped on the call, of course, see where you were at. What doubts did you maybe have like coming into the program? Was there anything that you weren't 100% certain about before we really got started?
Yeah. Well, I mean, your style of training was a little different than anything I had done. I mean, there was a lot of structure to it, which was great, but then just like the different types of explosive movements, and just like especially like your upper body explosiveness stuff. Like, I mean, I had done plyometrics, like lower body
Mhm.
stuff like that, but I'd never really like looked into any kind of explosive movements like upper body wise. And then just the speed training, I hadn't really done any structured speed training, and so I was a little unsure of how I would go about that and how well that would work for me. But all of those have worked out great. Yeah.
Yeah. What made you kind of get over that right away and just like be fully bought in and be like, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to jump right into it.
Well, I mean, at that point, I really was just looking for any kind of help I could get. And then when we hopped on a call, my parents really liked talking to you, and you just seemed so knowledgeable. And I mean, you had proof of your work actually working. You had other guys that had seen success, and so that's something I
Sure.
definitely wanted to be a part of.
100%, Luke. Love it, man. Then when we initially got in, what did you feel like you need to work the most on? Obviously, we've made a lot of progress and done a lot of transitions over our 8 months together.
Yeah,
When we first got in, what do you feel like was that big focal point that you need to work on the most?
probably just quickness and speed across the table. I mean, I'm not overly athletic, and so definitely needed to get faster to impress colleges. Speed is such a huge
Sure.
aspect in college football right now, and so that, and then also just being able to gain a little weight by while also getting faster and getting stronger all at the same time.
1,000%, man. 1,000%. So then looking back now, long time ago, what was kind of that week one and day one things that we implemented that felt like it helped you out the most, or even some things that like maybe didn't work out the best right away for you?
Yeah. Well, we talked a lot about like a structured morning routine, and I felt like that really helped me just to wake up in the morning to get my mind right for the morning. And then you also helped me with my diet a little bit. We started tracking my calories, and we came up with some easy meals I could make throughout the day. Just throughout the weeks that wouldn't be such a hard thing for me,
For
and that would
sure.
just be extra calories helping me gain weight. And then I think the mindset part of it definitely helped a lot. We talked a lot about that, and then you have your little course. And so just trying to implement those into the start definitely helped me, especially when I was just a low spot physically. And so, yeah.
Yeah. I love to see it, bro. I know that's a big thing from the outside that a lot of people don't see right away is all the stuff outside of the training that we work to get you right with.
Yeah.
But then looking at like everything that we work together as a whole, what would you say was different about like working with me in the training and like all that other stuff we just talked about compared to like what you've done or what you've seen in the past?
Yeah, well, it was definitely a lot more structured, and you had really just a reason for everything we did. A lot of different types of workout plans, and then coaches that we've had in the past as strength coaches at our high school weren't really great at explaining the reasons for like what we were doing. But I was able to text you throughout the week and ask you questions about the training and why we were doing those specific movements. And so you had great explanations as to why we were doing them, and it really just gave me confidence on in the training. And then also, I had never really done like a 2 workouts a day like split with like a speed training and then an actual lift. And I really actually enjoyed that. I felt like I saw a lot of progress with being able to split up my workouts and to do, I guess, all those movements with intention and not like being tired from doing a 2 hour workout throughout the day. Getting to split it up definitely helped.
Yeah, that was a great thing that I'm glad we could have done with your nice high school schedule.
Yeah.
That was absolutely killer to gain you some serious results with that, bro. Then through our time, bro, looking at kind of where we were at in those first 3 months coming out of the season, and even now, have you seen a way that like a change in the way you felt as a player, the way your recruitment went the rest of the way here?
Well, yeah, through your program, I definitely gained a lot of confidence in myself, in my physical ability, um, and especially just even talking to coaches. I felt confident in my ability to just perform well. And so the mindset part definitely helped a ton. But then my body just felt really good too. I had never really done a great job at like warm ups and dynamic warm ups and stretching and rolling and just taking care of my body. Sleep was a big one. And so, yeah, I think those were all very beneficial and just gave me a lot of confidence in myself. And my body feels the best it ever has. So, yeah.
I love it, bro. Like a big thing I would say that you did a really good job at was like taking the coaching I did and basically starting to treat yourself like a professional in every aspect, right? Like we talked about the morning routine, the sleep, the eating, like the way you progressed, bro. A big piece was how dialed in you were and your ability to take that coaching, which was an absolute pleasure to work with you with how well you did it. And obviously, we see the results and what it's like, bro,
Thank you.
which is
Yeah.
is absolutely great, man. But talk to the people like maybe you don't remember the numbers at this point, But like, what are the results like for you now?
Well, I've definitely gained solid muscle weight. I'm up about 15 pounds from when we started, and I feel good too. I don't have any problems with that extra weight. My shin splints have been great. I had a lot of problems with those at
Sure.
the start. Um, my bench has definitely gone up a lot. My squat has too. And when we first started, I wasn't even able to use my hands, so I wasn't able to bench. I wasn't able to do any upper body movements. But we got right back into it, and I was able to surpass my old maxes pretty quickly. Um, my 40 dropped a good amount. I don't remember exactly what it is or what it was, but I think it's probably quicker now. We haven't tested that in a little while.
Yeah,
But I definitely just got more explosive all around. Definitely got faster. Um, and then definitely just added some habits to my life, physically and just like training wise, that will benefit me in the long run.
for sure. I know for the numbers with the 40, when we initially did it, it was like 0.18 off in the
Yeah.
first 6 weeks while you gained 6 pounds,
Yeah.
which was absolute killer there, which was great to see that. But of course, we're even faster now, and we're getting ready for that next level.
Yeah.
But talk to the people too about kind of the results you saw in the recruiting process and what that's looking like for you moving forward.
Yeah. So honestly, when we first started, I had one or two offers, and I didn't really take either of those offers seriously. I didn't want to be at either of those spots. So we honestly talked about. I felt like I could run track in college, so we talked about that for a little while.
Yeah,
But I kept contacting coaches, and some coaches reached out to me. And in a span of about a month, I got about 10 more offers. A couple D2s, some NAIAs, and some really good D3s. And so through that, I realized I for sure wanted to play football.
yes, sir.
And Jacob really kind of helped to relight that spark, and that love for the game. And so, yeah, recruiting really skyrocketed. And he helped me with just coming up with the right types of messages to reach out to coaches, and the strategy behind it. And so, yeah, helped a
Yes,
ton.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Then tell the people where we head in just a couple days here.
Yeah, so I'm going to Hardin-Simmons University in Abilene, Texas. It's a D3 school, but they're ranked top 5 in the nation, pretty consistently every year. It's a big developmental school, and so my goal is to develop, and to be a starter, as quick as possible. And I mean, my main goal would be to transfer to a bigger school after a couple of years.
Yes, sir, bro. Gonna absolutely crush it there. I have no doubts about that with what we've done
Yeah,
over the last 8 months here. And super proud of all the work that you've accomplished because obviously, I'm helping you a lot of the way through it. But I can't just go in there and do the work for you. You've consistently showed up day in and day out, even the times when it's been hard. You've had a busy schedule with baseball, track, everything like that. We still found a way to get in sessions, even on those long days.
yeah.
And that's really a testament to your character and the work that you put in, bro.
Thank you.
Now, what would you say? Were there any beliefs that you had about online training before you got started with this?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how well it would work because I mean, we're not in person. I'd done some training in person before, and it was just a little easier to show up because I had someone next to me while I was doing my training. But you were able to really just talk to me throughout the week, through phone call or text. And you really encouraged me, and I was able to just talk to you about how workouts went each day. And so it really wasn't a big problem, being online. Um, and you had so many just like extra content, through videos that like an in-person trainer probably doesn't have. So you had all these videos I was able to look at to figure out like what type of form I should be using in those exercises, but then also just your mindset stuff. And you talked about nutrition, and so all of that helped. Yeah.
I love it, bro. I love it. Now, for someone who maybe is like watching this or in general, like what type of player, person, or recruit do you feel like this would be the right fit for?
I mean, honestly, any type of athlete who, actually wants to be bought into what they're doing, and who has that drive to want to play at the higher level. I mean, you don't have to be the biggest, the strongest, the fastest when you start. Jacob will do a great job of helping you to develop. He'll focus on your weak points and build those up until they're your strong points, honestly. And so yeah, you have to be bought in. That's the big thing. But Jacob's great with all types of athletes.
100% appreciate that. Then what would you say, what type of person maybe this isn't quite the right fit for?
Yeah. Someone who isn't very disciplined. I mean, we're not gonna be with Jacob in person all day every day, and so you have to have discipline. You have to have the want to wake up every morning to go get the work done while no one's watching. There were a lot of late nights for me trying to get my workouts in, and so discipline definitely, and then really just having the right type of work ethic to go out there every day and just to work.
I think that sums it up really well, man. Obviously not with you, but that discipline that you had coming in and the guys who are out there who have that discipline but know they want more out of themselves.
Yeah.
Right. We know what's up with it. Then for someone who's watching, who's maybe seen some of my content, maybe they've been on a call with me before, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about this?
Just do it, bro. It's so worth it. I mean, I kind of was on the fence at first too, but Jacob's so smart. He knows what he's doing, and he invests into what he is doing. We talked a little bit about just like investing in yourself. If you want the best version out of yourself, you have to invest in yourself. And so he invests in this program a lot of time, effort, and money, and he wants to see his athletes succeed. So just do it. It's worth it.
I love it, bro. Simple, bro. Really, I like it, Luke. Then is there anything else you want to leave the viewers with here?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, if you,
That's all right,
I've
bro.
I mean, football was always my dream growing up. I wanted to play some kind of college football. And so, I mean, if that's your dream, go make it happen. Don't let anyone limit your goals. You set your own goals.
I like it, man. Motivational speaker Luke right there. Come on. Now, where can they find you, bro? I know AI is rampant nowadays. What's your at on like Instagram?
Is Luke_White 07.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you doing this interview, Luke, hopping on here and telling the people your experience, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.